Hey there everybody, welcome to another video review by CigarFellas.com. My name is Moose. I'm going to be doing your video review again today. And today we are going to do the Black Crown Sons of Anarchy. I've actually been sitting on one of these since release date. And this one was just given to me the other day by our photography guy. Bald biker, and I decided that, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and give this thing a shot and see what it's all about. A lot of the guys that hang around with us have tried these and say that they're, pretty decent stick. So with that being said, let's proceed. Now I will say this, that there are a few imperfections in this cigar. I don't know how the cigar was treated before it reached me the other night, but there is a little bit of wrapper damage to the side. I've tried to get it to lay back down, relax a little bit, so hopefully we won't have too many issues. But nonetheless, I don't know how the cigar was handled before it was given to me. So with that being said, any imperfections, any flaws, I have nothing to say as far as bad-mouthing Black Crown. It could have been anything. So construction wise though, looks pretty good. It is slightly toothy. It's got some medium veins. There is actually a foot band on this, which I'm going to go ahead and remove, and actually it came off quite easily, which is nice. The cap itself, pretty good construction, can't complain. Seems like it's a well-constructed cap. I don't get a lot of note from the wrapper itself. Just your standard light tobacco. Now from the foot, I do get some slight sweetness with maybe a little bit of tea. Some light grasses. It's a very pleasant smelling cigar. Let's go ahead and wet that down, and I'm gonna grab my, actually, you know what, today instead of my scissors I'm going to use my Cigar XI Redwood. Let's go ahead and decapitate this. Pre-light draw is very nice. I don't have any draw issues whatsoever. Some light tea with slight tobacco on the palate. Pre-light draw. Let's go ahead and toast this thing up just a little bit. I'm using my Cigar tabletop lighter to do this. This is a Toro cigar, so it's got a beefier foot, so I'm good with a triple flame. The aroma in the air is really nice. It's once again, that sweetness is really following this cigar around, which I really like. I think that a sweetness to a good cigar can be pretty amazing. The initial retrohale is, well, actually the initial puff, I should say, is definitely got some nice grassiness to it, which I haven't really had from a cigar in a little bit. And as a matter of fact, we were just talking about that the other day as we were sitting around doing our podcast. After the podcast, we were talking about that, and it's nice to see that. The retrohale, is creamy. It's definitely got some good sweetness to it. This cigar and sweetness just seem to go hand in hand. It's not super strong. I would say medium, maybe medium full eventually, but starting out very medium. Um, the uh, the uh, the aroma in the air is just, it's almost dumbfounding. It's so different than other things that I've experienced as of late. Um, it's just it's very sweet and pleasant. And not sweet, and let me correct that. It's not sweet like candy sweet. It's sweet like, I guess if you just think about smoke and then you add a little bit of sweetness to it. You know, not like an infused cigar sweet or anything like that. You know, this is totally separate from infused sweetness. It's just a very sweet, grassy kind of smell. That retrohale kicked it up a little bit. That one has definitely got some nice woodsy notes. The finish is still happening right now. It's definitely got some sweet pepper in it. Um, I mean, so far, hey, I'm pretty impressed for a Sons of Anarchy cigar. You know, I mean, most of us think of, you know, these, you know, like I think Duck Commander came out with one, and there was a few. Oh, the Sopranos had one, and you know, and I can honestly say that this is one of the first ones that right off the bat I was very intrigued with, and I could see myself smoking another one if it continues the way that it's going now. That retrohale is it just keeps changing. That one wasn't as sweet pepper. It was more like sweet wood, which I'm not sure if maybe that's what they were going with the whole redwood original, but pretty interesting nonetheless. But let me smoke about a third of the way through this Sons of Anarchy by Black Crown, and we'll follow up. We'll be right back. Hey there. So here we are. We're about a third of the way through this Black Crown Sons of Anarchy, and I am having a few burn issues. I don't know if you guys can see that. If you can see how uneven the burn is. It's not affecting the flavor of the cigar. It's just, you know, I like to tell people exactly what I'm getting. The wrapper is coming undone a little bit. That was from the damage that was already there. That doesn't have anything to do with Black Crown or the Sons of Anarchy itself. I'm going to actually ash this real quick, but the retrohale on this is still very smooth, creamy. It's still got that sweetness, that woodsy sweetness. It's got a little bit of spice in there. Still kind of a medium to full-bodied cigar. It's definitely coated my palate pretty well. You know, I mean, it's definitely enjoyable for sure. The aroma in the air is still that very nice, sweet, woodsy kind of hint of grass in there. It's very, it's surprisingly, it's very, very good actually for, like I said, what it is. You know, I mean, you know, I guess technically I shouldn't really say for what it is, because, you know, at the end of the day, instead of this blend being the Sons of Anarchy, it could have been just another Black Crown's cigar. So it just goes to show that when either Black Crown's approached Sons of Anarchy or Sons of Anarchy approached Black Crown or whatever it was, I'm assuming that Ron Perlman somewhere in there had a little bit of you know, input. You know, at least they probably asked him what he thought. I know he's a big cigar smoker, so but you know, at the end of the day, I mean, it's really not a bad stick. It's surprising, you know. I mean, You know, I know a lot of people out there, you know, we have a tendency to look at the cigars that we like, and we really don't want to veer from that path. You know, I have some friends that are huge supporters of cigar manufacturers, and that's all they smoke, or they smoke everything that's very similar to the same characteristics that that manufacturer has. Um, you know, but that being said, you know, me personally, I try to enjoy them all. It is very rare that I come across a cigar that's just not really for me. Um, I guess it's just because I love cigars. I can find those positive qualities in just about everything I've ever smoked. And so, you know, I hope that that helps you guys, and I hope that many more of you will take on that that mentality that, you know, hey, listen, you know, these cigars are being made, and somebody out there is extremely proud of what they've created. And just because, you know, you're a diehard this fan or a diehard that fan doesn't mean that you can't expand your palate. You know, I mean, one thing I'm super excited about is building my walk-in humidor down in the Moose Cave, and you know, I just can't wait to have just you know, all these different boxes of all these different cigars. Which, you know, I mean, I have quite a few cigars now, but you know, I'm just excited to be able to have that ability to not just go to a, you know, like, I mean, I have a desktop humidor that's got specifically one brand of cigar in it. And you know, and that's fine. You know, a lot of people find that that's a good thing. However, having that that variety and having that ability to smoke high-end cigars that are very expensive, and to smoke something that is not so expensive, and still getting the same type of enjoyment from it. You know, I like riding motorcycles. I'm a Harley fan. Most of my friends know that. However, you know, I mean, I used to ride crotch rockets, so I get it. You know, I mean, I enjoy those as well. Not as much, but it wouldn't hinder me from wanting to get on one and ride it, or riding a Yamaha or a Suzuki, or, you know, I mean, some of these bikes out there are extremely nice, and you know, I mean, I'm open to it, and I try to keep the same mentality when it comes to cigars. Is that I'm open to all these different variations from all these different manufacturers. The cigar is so, it's got a lot of creaminess still. I think I mentioned that, but it's it's creamy to a point where you definitely notice it. You know, there's a lot of smooth smoke out there, but there's a line between smooth smoke and creamy smoke. And once you cross that creamy smokiness, it, to me, it's it's almost an added bonus, to be honest. I am going to torch this up just a little bit. I spent a little too much time chatting there and not smoking. But you know, all in all, the woodsy notes, and when I say woodsy, you know, this time, it's not like it's oak or cedar or you know, something like that. It's just kind of got that, like, I don't know how many hunters are out there, but you know, some mornings, you know, or mid afternoons when you're out small game hunting, or you're hiking in the woods, and you know, it's kind of damp in there, and it's just kind of got that aroma and that feel about it. That's really what I mean when I say oak, you know, woodsy. The retrohale is still smooth. It's got a little bit of spice to it, but it's really mellowed out quite a bit from the beginning when I went through that roller coaster of changes. It's not that any longer. But let me get another third of the way through this. We'll come back with more and some final thoughts on this Black Crown Sons of Anarchy. We'll be right back. So here we are. We're about on our last third of this Black Crown Sons of Anarchy. And you know, I have to admit, the burn straightened itself out. That was a good thing. But all in all, you know, this is a pretty dang good cigar. I'd say, you know, I mean, I know that a lot of these cigars that come out like this, you know, people think, man, you know, it's just another company out there trying to make a bunch of money. But this thing's pretty legit. I'm not kidding, man. This is a good stick, especially for the money. I could definitely see myself maybe having a box of these in my humidor. You know, if anything, great conversation. People are like, oh, hey, you know, I'd like to try that, or, you know, I mean, especially newer people to cigars that might really enjoy that medium to full body, but not a lot of harshness. It doesn't overwhelm. It's not one of those cigars that that puts out so much that you're just like, wow, you know, I mean, you know, for those that are diehard strong cigar smokers like myself, I like them very spicy, very meaty, full body. This is one of those sticks that's just right on the money. It's really well made, and like I said, I could see almost anybody smoking this. The retrohale is still got that nice creamy, sweet, woodsy note to it. I'd say that the woodsy side of it is definitely leaning now more towards oakiness, which is fine. You know, it's progressed. The retrohale, like I said, is still nice and smooth. It's not harsh. The coating in my mouth is great. The finishes are wonderful. All in all, I would definitely recommend checking out the Black Crown's Sons of Anarchy. Till next time, I'm Moose. You can continue to follow us at www.cigarfellas.com. Definitely check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/cigarfellas. You can follow us on Twitter at cigarfellas. Heck, you can even find us on Instagram if you just go look up cigarfellas on Instagram. You know, one thing I definitely want to give a shout out to is Cigar. Thanks for all the cutters and the lighters that you guys provide the world. They are amazing pieces of equipment. I love them. It's what I use. And obviously you guys know how these videos always end. To the men and women of our armed forces, thank you so much for what you guys do. We appreciate everything that you guys stand for and represent. And we wish you all a safe return home. Check out cigarsforwarriors.org. See if there's anything you guys can do. If there is, you know, let them know, hey, you know, I was watching a Cigar Fellas video and, you know, found out through them about you guys, and you know, I'd like to contribute a little bit, or just sign up for the newsletter and see what they're all about and take it from there. Till next time, we'll see you. Bye-bye.